The ancient Egyptians, an intriguing civilization whose love of cats and bandages was surpassed only by their thirst for knowledge. But mystery still surrounds the level of sophistication the ancient Egyptians achieved. How technically advanced were they? Might they have possessed knowledge which was lost and which we've yet to rediscover today? One of the most compelling theories about the ancient Egyptians concerns the link between the three largest pyramids of Giza and the constellation Orion. This constellation held particular significance among ancient Egyptians, as Orion was associated with the god of rebirth and afterlife, Osiris, and their connection was noted in 1983 by the Egyptian researcher Robert Bauval. He discovered that the layout of the Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure pyramids matches almost exactly with the Al-Nitak, Al-Nilam, and Mintaka stars which comprise Orion's belt. And if you extend this further, you can use the Nile and several smaller pyramids to match the rest of Orion and the parts of the Milky Way. But there are a few problems with this hypothesis. Firstly, the pyramids don't represent the stars as we see them today. They represent how Orion appeared 10,000 years ago. But the Egyptians only began to explore astronomy 7,000 years ago. And current evidence indicates that the Giza pyramids were constructed 5,000 years ago. So what gives? Well, according to Robert, the pyramids we know today were not the originals. They were built upon the site of older buildings of equal mathematical and astronomical importance. Bauval goes on to claim that these buildings were constructed by a more advanced civilization which existed before the Egyptians, and possibly even before the ancient Sumerians, who were thought to be the very first society of civilized humans. Bauval's theory states that this civilization influenced the refined cultures of antiquity which followed, and that a dark age may have interrupted these two eras of human history, meaning that some of their knowledge was never passed on to the rest of humanity. So, while the ancient Egyptian builders may have constructed the pyramids according to the layout of faraway stars, they had no idea they were doing this, since they were building upon the work of their long-departed ancestors. Nevertheless, it's likely that the ancient Egyptians interacted with this mysterious civilization on some level before they dispersed. So, will we find evidence of this buried within an as yet undiscovered pyramid? Or are these secrets lost forever?